Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to go through what is in my makeup travel bag. So stay tuned and find out what those items are. Okay guys, so like I said in the intro, we're going to be doing what is in my makeup travel bag today. I've had to work a lot of overtime. I've had to go into work early, and so with that, I packed some makeup to do while I was in between things first thing in the morning at work. Matter of fact, what I have on my face is items from this makeup bag. So I'm going to go through that stuff. If you like this kind of content, give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Ring that bell so that you guys are notified every single time I do a video. So, like I said, we're going to be going through this stuff, but on the daily, I carry this bag to work that has just like, my normal things. So we're going to go into it first, and then we're going to move on to the bigger bag that I packed for work. Now, in my regular bag, I always have the lipstick I'm wearing that day. So today's shade is Cork from Dose of Colors, which is this lovely brown shade. I carry blotting papers. These are the Palladio rice papers. These do have a little bit of a powder that transfers to your face to kind of blot everything down. So these are in transparent, but they do come in other shades. I have an extra mirror, which is a nice big mirror. This is e.l.f. Their blotting papers come in these packages. This did have blotting papers in it, but I ran out, so I just used the mirror because it's very good. And this is a very sturdy plastic package, so I carry that with me just in case. I have a little bottle of MAC Fix Plus, just in case, like I can see like my powder hasn't melted in like it should, or I need to refresh my makeup. I have this in my bag. I have Collab. This is Kill the Shine powder. This is actually too dark for me. This is in the shade Ivory Sand, and it's just way too dark. The one that I really need is the porcelain one, which, as you can tell, is empty. So I carry this Wet n Wild Take on the Day mattifying powder. Mix these two together and you can kind of correct any oiliness or where makeup is kind of lifted or anything like that. I carry a powder brush. This is a Farrah 50F. Just for if I do have to touch up my makeup with the powder, I put the powder on and then I just dab it with the brush and sweep away the excess so that my face isn't overly powdery. And the last thing is I used to have a Scentbird subscription, but I had a lot of problems with it. So what I have left from Scentbird, I just throw it in my bag just in case, like I have to go somewhere after work or anything like that. I have a little bit of perfume. So I'm going to put all these items back in my bag. And we're going to move on to the bigger bag that I carried with me so that I could do a full face of makeup. So, first off, I want to talk about these IT Cosmetic brushes that I got from Ulta. I got these during the holiday sale. It's just a tiny little thing of brushes. You have a complexion brush and some eye brushes. And as you can tell, I've used some of these. These were really great. I mean, they're small brushes, but they were really handy to have in this little pack. And just chunk them in my bag, and then I can do my eye makeup. I used the powder brush to dust off my bake so that it wasn't like all over the place. I need a full face of miniature brushes. That's what I need. So the first thing in the big bag is this Urban Decay bag. So in the Urban Decay bag, I have my foundation. This is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. This is in the shade Light. And my concealer, which is also the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, and this is in shade Fair. For primer, I use the Iconic Beauty Blur Stick. Got this in a Tribe Beauty box. It's really easy just to kind of smear it on, blot it in, and you're good to go. And then I use my Milk Makeup Mascara. And of course I had my regular eyebrow e.l.f. pencil for my brows. And then the rest of the stuff in here is brushes. And these are all my regular brushes that I use anyway. So I just had them, I didn't have big face brush, a little set of face brushes to do my face, so I had to carry my big ones. And that is all that is in this. Now we're on to what is in here. So, of course, I had my powder. Right now I'm using the Dermablend Professional Loose Setting Powder in Original to bake with. And then this is the Ciate London Everyday Vacay Powder, which is amazing. I love this stuff. And I use this to set my entire face. I have my Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Complexion Powder in Cream Puff. This is what I use to kind of go over my contour so that it blends into my skin, and it is beautiful. Now, I have another set of eye brushes in here. This is a Moda Carrier, which is really cool because like this flips down so that all your brushes are setting up. And I didn't know what brushes I would need because I didn't know the quality of those IT Cosmetic brushes, which they ended up being amazing, and I only needed one extra brush, which was this brush right here. Oh no, I needed two. I needed that brush and I needed this brush to do my under my brow bone highlight. But the rest of these brushes I didn't even use. But I love this little case. It is great. It's very handy. Now then, on to makeup. So I use this Wet n Wild. This is supposed to be a blush in Rose Champagne, but I actually use this as like my blurring powder. I usually either use the Becca or the e.l.f. e.l.f. has those beads that I usually use on my face, and then Becca has that blurring powder. But this actually for me works really well as a blurring powder, so I use that for in my makeup bag. Also, during the sale that I got those IT Cosmetic brushes, I got this little Tarte Tarteist Pro Glow to Go set, which I used this chisel shade as my contour, and I just stuck my nail in it. I mixed the chisel and the burst to do my contour, and then the gleam is my highlighter, which is a very subtle highlight. I mean, it's not very standoffish, and when you blend it out on the skin, it's just a very subtle highlight, but it works. And it's all in this little bitty case. It has a little mirror, and it's this big, so you can just chunk it in your bag if you need to go. Also, at the same sale that I got those two items, I got this, which y'all have seen a lot on my channel. This is the Benefit World of Blushes. So in here, you have the Hoola bronzer right here, which is what I use to bronze my face. And then you have 3 blushes, which today I'm wearing the Rocket Tour, which is right up here. And it's very easy to go. You have a you have a bronzer and you have blushes. It's a small compact little thing you can just chunk in your bag and go. For my eyeshadow, I actually have 2 products. This is the Tartelette in Bloom palette, which is, you know, one of their more famous palettes. This has 2 shimmer shades in it. So then I just threw in this Smashbox Plus Vladia little palette, which has multiple shimmers in it, and these 2 together made my eye look today. And that does it for the bag. Now, oh, I did forget one thing. I did have this little trial size of Urban Decay All Nighter, so this is my setting spray today. So that is all of the items that are in my travel bag that I actually used to create this look that I'm wearing. I also carried my blending sponge with me so that I could blend out my foundation and everything, but that was my full face in my travel bag. I had to use it the past 2 days because I had to be at work at 5, and I didn't want to get up at like 3 in the morning, 3:45 to do my makeup. So once I got to work and started on my stuff, I sat down at my desk, did my makeup really quick, and was able to finish out my work day. And with all of that, guys, that ends the video here. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section down below. I want to hear what's in your travel bag. What do you think of the items that were in my travel bag? Any of that stuff in the comment section. In the description box, there are 3 ways to support this channel, and if you could, please do. We have Patreon, PayPal, and Minds, and as well as all of my social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and my email. There are 2 links down in the description box. They are non-affiliate links. I receive no money from them, but the first one is for BoxyCharm. If you sign up using my link, you'll get an extra item in your box, and I will get charms to shop in the charm room. Some of the things that I've gotten from my BoxyCharm are these Luxie brushes, which are amazing, and I love them so much. And also the Ciate London Everyday Vacay powder that was in my bag. And the second link is for Tribe Beauty Box. Again, not an affiliate, I get no money, but if you use my link, you'll get 10% off of your first box. It's a bi-monthly subscription for $35, so that would help you out a little bit. Also, things that you can receive are things like this Iconic Beauty Blur Stick, which was amazing. I love this. I have had no oil come through in my oily areas at all using this. It's amazing. So with all that said, guys, that's going to end today's video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.